We should look better than them.
Yeah, you're like a proper DJ now.
Yeah.
Spin a few tunes there.
MC Conlan, boy. I don't know, you're more like one of them lads flying a plane around America, you know, like spraying crops with the cap. And
Just need the aviators.
man, hey, thanks for coming in.
No problem. Let's.
You're looking fit.
I'm still about 9 kilos over my fight.
I didn't
weight,
want to
so.
say you're
I look bulky. Usually when I'm on weight, I look skinny, so it's not too bad.
man. Hey, we were only debating. I want to hear your thoughts on this sober October thing.
Yeah, I'm sober since most of the year, so it's like I only get a drink about 3 times per year.
Really?
You know what? I only really do it after a fight for maybe one night, and then I know that boxing's a short career. Like if I'm looking at me now, my career, I'm 28 this year, so I say 5 years max. I don't want to be in it longer than that.
You don't want to be going around.
Nah, you don't want to be going around talking to yourself. You know what I mean? Punch drunk. Fuck that shit. Oh, you're allowed to curse in this?
Yeah, you can fucking say what you want in this.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
But
we were delighted. We were saying we got the tour around Belfast, looking at all the murals and all, and we didn't get to your one.
I have 3 too.
You've 3 murals.
You know what? You probably drove past 2 of them.
yeah.
Which isn't just solely of me, but there's like 2 or 3 solely of me, and then there's 2 which I'm in, like one with all people from like West Belfast and stuff.
Yeah.
So when you're in Falls Road, there's one as you're coming past the motorway bit.
Yeah.
It's on this side, so it's kind of a new mural.
Because I said to the taxi driver last night, I was like, there's a mural of Michael Conlan around here somewhere. I was like, and he was like, no, Michael Collins, no, there's no. I was like, no, Michael Conlan, the boxer. He's like, oh yeah, and he was telling us then.
That must be crazy. Like that when they first put up a mural of you, what were you thinking?
I come back from 2012 Olympics. I just got bronze. And I don't know how long ago before that someone from my part of the city got a medal. Because I know Paddy was the last one. He's in the north of the city.
Yeah.
And then I was driving down the street, and it wasn't even finished yet. Kind of, it was just like a tricolour and me standing there, and I was like, "What the fuck?
What, did they not tell you what was going on?"
No one told me at all, and it was meant to be kept private as well. So like everybody kept private, and it was in the street where I grew up. So I was driving down the street, and I knew it was going to be a big kind of party, you know. And you know what? It was terrible at the same time because I didn't want to have a fucking party. I was hungover bits from the night before with Paddy, and I basically had to dress him and get him ready, put him on a plane to fly back to Ireland. Then we had the British shit to do in Dublin.
Yeah.
And then we had to drive like all the media stuff from Dublin, and then drove up to Belfast. And I knew when I would have got to my house, there would have been like thousands, hundreds of people out in the street. But before I even got there, I was coming down the street and I seen that. Fucking hell, that's unbelievable.
That must be some feeling like.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Is it accurate?
No, I look like Triple G.
Who?
Golovkin.
Yeah. In that one, like that one, it's not too accurate. There's 3 I don't think are accurate, and then there's 2 which are accurate. There's one which is really, really done by Glenn Malloy, I think his name is. It's actually in the same street on down, but facing the other way. And then there's one which is like, you know, like metal grid.
I've seen that on a gate.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
That's unbelievable.
That's on my old boxing club. So
wow. And is there a statue of you as well somewhere?
I hope so, but I don't know.
Because you
if anybody listening wants to put up a statue of us, we're fucking more than happy. I'll tell you that one.
You don't want to end up like Ronaldo. Did you see the statue of him?
Oh, it's terrible.
He's like a melted action man, isn't he?
That's probably the way my mural is. You know, it's like it does not look like me at all. Like.
Oh, would you stop? The fellow who painted that now is crying.
Listen, I'm delighted for it, but like it's not 100% me. I've said already. So.
More power to him. Just he should have done better at art in school.
Yeah. This lad, Johnny wants a mural of him back in Roscrea.
Yeah,
because he played county minor football. So
yeah,
that's enough of an achievement to get a statue like.
We're nearly thinking about just renting a billboard at this stage, just putting it up ourselves. We'll be up there ironing it on. But you mentioned there, like, when you came back from the London Olympics, like how big a deal was that then when you came back? Because that was when you really parachuted into the limelight.
My life changed. When I came back from then, like, I feel like, you know, you've kind of made it.
Yeah.
When you walk in the coppers and you're like just bombarded and you get like and the benches are just handing like loads of go-karts and you're like, oh Jesus, go-karts. I've got go-karts for coppers. So
that still never gets old. Like I love walking up there and he's like, how many do you have? And I'd be like, I wonder how many I'll get away with getting in here. And the friends are just looking in the line like, come on, bring us in, man. Yeah.
I've got the entire Westmeath football team. Let's do this. Man, I think that's it though as well. When you have a mural, it's like, right, I'm a celeb.
That kind of like it is.
Yeah,
you got to say like I walk past it still. Even the first one, even when I walk past it, it's like, fuck me, that's of me. Like sometimes I don't even live in that street no more, but I'll still drive down just to drive past the mural. Beep the horn, wave at people and stuff. That's me up there.
That's just fun.
Did you have like your DJ Khaled moment? Like, did you come back and like, right, I'm going to buy a boat now. Now I'm famous. Like, or did you do anything mental like that?
When the second one got put up, it was my DJ Khaled when I went, another one.
Another mural. Oh man,
that's brilliant. Like, did you buy Ant Mad? Like, when you like, obviously when you're amateur as such, like you're still.
I bought a Rolex when I was an amateur.
Yeah, there you go.
But should you have any money when you're amateur?
Fucking right you do.
Yeah.
Well, that's sports funding, you know what I mean? Has to go somewhere. You know what I mean?
There's some poor bastard kayaking there, like, barely has the price of a pair of socks. Like,
are you supposed to be buying protein shakes and you're driving on town like 50 cents, man?
It's fucking top funding. What is it in Ireland? The minute it's 40 grand.
Yeah,
40 grand tax free.
Okay,
you know what I mean? And then being from the north, you get funding from Sport Northern Ireland, so that's an extra 15 grand sterling on that.
Not too bad.
A few nice sponsorship
55,
deals.
And then you get a wee medal bonus. No, I was medaling every year. It's another 10 grand there, so it is. So
fucking well, you can well afford the Rolex. Yeah.
Everything went well. You know what I mean? I bought a house.
Jesus.
So I was able to buy a house as an amateur.
Fucking grand, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's why this is. If you look at it now, if you look at Irish boxing, professional boxing has only started to really take off after 2016 Olympics when me, Katie and Paddy kind of left, and everybody is going pro now. From the kids are going pro, but nobody ever went pro because they were making so much money as amateur.
Yeah, really? Yeah. So that's why you went the Olympic route?
100%. Well, not really. I went the Olympic route because I wanted to be an Olympic champion, but that's the reason I stayed maybe for the next Olympics. I still wanted to be champion, but I know that's the reason Paddy Barnes stayed till 2016. He won a bronze medal in 2008. He stayed till 2016. Kenny Egan, he didn't go pro because he was making so much money.
Yeah, he was cleaning up.
He was cleaning up. Everybody's cleaning up.
But if you go pro, is there there's a small chance that you'll become a superstar?
Boxing now, it's a very small chance, yes, but boxing now has changed completely. And me personally, I put it down to Joshua because he made boxing sexy for the general public. You know what I mean? A big guy, good looking guy, big strong guy, heavyweight, and he was knocking people out. That makes fans just want to watch. They're like, oh, look at this guy, like Tyson. You know, that and then with him, all kids want to get involved in boxing, and how boxing has just kind of shut up again. Whereas I think before 2012 Olympics, it was a bit like it was here and there was one or two Irish boxers, and
you'd see the odd one putting his head above the
you know what I mean. It was like Andy Lee and stuff who was winning world titles around 2012, but there wasn't many. And then once Joshua came and the kind of fans came in, more money is kind of flown for the sport, and that's now like, because I know fighters personally who don't even make £500 in a fight. You're doing 6 to 8 weeks training to make £500 and pay you, so you have to. And other people on I'm if I'm honest, I'm very, very lucky for the position I'm in to have a big promoter and have good management and stuff, and be making good money. Whereas I know like lesser amateurs who haven't went pro, but there's no and do go pro. Some of them they're working really, really hard, and they're only getting buttons to have to sell tickets. So selling tickets, I don't know how everybody does it because I'd never want to do it, having to sell their own tickets personally.
Jesus.
They sell tickets personally, they get ticket money, and they have to pay the opponent, pay the manager, and then take their percentage out of that.
So the idea is that they're getting more wins, they're growing as a boxer, as a brand as well. So you said that like you never had to sell tickets, but you had a fan base from the Olympics, and
so it's tickets so easy for me. You know what I mean? It wasn't like see, when you come in with a big promoter, like I like my brother sells tickets for me. You know what I mean? And does loads of tickets. We can sell many tickets, but I don't need to, because it's just like people are going to buy them and it's going to be online.
Yeah,
I don't need to go. I don't need to go out personally and just go here, buy tickets. And that's very rare in boxing, really. Like,
and had you always planned on going professional after Rio, or was it like the fact that you got fucking road there as well? Like?
I was always going pro, but it made it even better, didn't it? So
fucking perfect. But like a perfect storm to go pro. Like, you know, you had all the headlines.
If you weren't going to win gold,
yeah,
that's the way you wanted to go.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? But I had planned to give the fingers before.
Oh,
I planned to do it before. So
why?
I've been fucked over many times in the amateurs, and I was in the WSB when I qualified for 2016 Olympics, and I boxed the first fight in Azerbaijan, and I felt I should have won. And then I boxed again in Kazakhstan. I only lost twice in the WSB, and if I had lost in Kazakhstan, it was like, I don't think I'm going to qualify. I'm not going to have enough points at the end, because the two were kind of going. The extra guy beat me in the Olympics was the other guy who was going ahead, but so they fucked me over in Kazakhstan against the Kazakh, and then I had the last fight. I think it was the Russian kid won in Russia. He won in Ukraine against Ukraine. And there was all that scandal with Crimea and stuff going on. I was like, no fucking chance he's winning. And I swear to God, it flashed up on the screen, like Ukraine 5-0. They had won all their fights. And I was like, oh, fucking brilliant, they've qualified. And then it came up the real scores and they didn't.
Jesus.
Who's putting up fake scores?
I don't even know. I was throwing everything in the room. So I said to my dad in that fight, and I needed to win that fight, and I needed the guy who beat me in Azerbaijan to lose, and he was fighting against the guy who I stopped in like 2 rounds. I was like, he's never going to lose. I says to my dad, fuck this, I'm going pro after this. I'm just going to go in. I'm not going to try and box this guy. I'm just going to go in and try and spark him clean out. So there's not going to be no technique here. I'm just going in just to kill him. My dad was like, don't be doing that. That's stupid. He's actually a good fighter. He can punch hard. And I was like, right. So I was in Venezuela, in Caracas or whatever is the capital of fucking all the villas behind our hotel.
Jesus.
And then we're in the fight, and this is big arena, sold out, like all the people were. They must have got them for free, but it was like, I'm seriously, because it was a poor country.
Yeah.
And the fight was going on. It was like I just went in. So went in for a war, and I ended up making the fight so hard for myself. I won, but it was like I got hurt in the fight and I was punching away, and so I was like I was fucked after. But after that, I said to my dad, once this fight's done, I'm gonna just give the fingers to judges and just go, that's me gone pro and fuck off.
Yeah.
But it was that tough, and the crowd was that good.
Yeah.
The atmosphere and all was amazing. They were just like going like Venezuela shouting so much. I was fucked. Yeah, I went, fuck that. Let's clap the crowd.
Yeah.
Get out of the ring, and Paddy
energy.
Barnes runs over to me, sprints over to me, and goes, "You've qualified. And that's heard my dad saying, "You better not be fucking joking to me." And no, the Paddy.
Yeah.
And he just like he looked at my dad and then just disappeared. He's like, he shit himself. He's like, have I got this wrong?
Fucking hope he has,
went
yeah.
back around, but the Azerbaijani ended up losing. He got stopped, so I qualified, and that was probably one of the highlights of my amateur career, like, because in Venezuela, Paddy had just qualified, and then I had qualified, and it was just like fucking. After not thinking I was qualifying, thinking it was fucked, thinking it was just one thing.
Yeah.
And thank God I didn't give the fingers, because I would have been like, oh, sorry, sorry.
So the fighting there in Venezuela, fighting a local guy, like, what was the atmosphere like?
Unbelievable. And you're in the land's den, like, you know what I mean? And I was just going in. I couldn't remember my face, and I was like laughing and stuff, going, fuck this, and just going to try and knock him out. Remember in the third round, I was walking forward, and like, I went like this, just like throwing punches, and I went to hit him, and like he hit me around the back of the head, and I can remember my leg going.
Kicking out.
Kicked out, and I was like, what the fuck happened there? So it made the fight really hard for myself.
Does the atmosphere matter?
You know, if it's against me or if it's for me, it's good. It doesn't matter in terms of that, but I prefer to fight in an atmosphere than fight in a PE hall with like 5 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have many times in the amateurs. That's the case most of the time. You be boxing in the national seniors semi-finals or quarter-finals, and there's about 50 people, or maybe more. Maybe in the seniors there's more, obviously, but usually, like when you're younger, it's like fucking 10 people in the stadium. They're
Hard
like,
to get up for it.
fuck.
Well, it's like that if you're doing a comedy gig. Like if you're playing to a full house, like you don't. It's kind of impersonal. But if you're doing a comedy club and there's like 10 people, you can really hear if someone goes, they're shit. You know? So I can imagine if you're boxing and there's only 15 or 20 people there and someone's like, hey, shit.
Yeah. So already in my pro career, I had pretty much my worst performance as a pro was in MSG, and it was in the big room. And I remember, like, it was like the 7th round, and I was going through the motions, and the guy just kept running away. I was getting frustrated. And like, I remember running away, and I just heard, it was quiet enough, but it was loads of people. Heard, hey, Conlan, you're shit. And I just felt myself go,
This is in Madison Square Garden.
why? Why did he say that? Yes, in Madison Square Garden. I was like,
I'm not shit.
hey, Conlan, you're shit.
Should have fucking sparked him out.
Who said that?
I could have, and you probably would have heard me too. Fuck's sake.
But like, say after the Olympics, we all know what happened at the Olympics, and that's well spoke about. You decided to go pro. Was it? How do you pick? You know, obviously you signed for Top Rank and stuff like that. Like, I'd imagine everybody comes in and looks for you. How do you pick the right person, or how do you?
I had.
You just couldn't listen to Eddie Hearn's shit.
He was the only one that didn't get in contact because he wanted me to go to him, so he would have like
Bit power.
the power, and,
Yeah.
and I was like, fuck that, I don't need him.
Jeez.
And I knew kind of like there was a lot of money put on the table, and that was the thing, you know. It was like it's not always about the money, but it does play a big factor. So like Frank Warren came in, and he was offering shitloads of money. But if you look how Frank Warren's fighters kind of move, it's not how you really want to be moved as a professional. And then a few other promoters come in, and Golden Boy and different ones in America, and then Top Rank come in. And when Top Rank come in, that's when my ears peak, because you see who they have kind of moved, and how the fighters they've turned into just not just stars in boxing, but crossover stars. You got Mayweather, De La Hoya, Cotto. They've even done with Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard and stuff. So
It was a no-brainer.
it was like, what's the career path? What's the money? Of course.
Yeah.
So they came in, they beat the money, and then they had the best career path. And then they says, listen, how would you feel about making your debut as a main event at Madison Square Garden? And I says,
Give me the papers.
just say, nah, come on, let's do it.
Like, when you say, right, I'm going to turn pro, and you know you want to be world champion, what's the path? Like, you thinking it's going to take this many fights, it's going to take this long, you know, how does it happen?
Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? They give you a structure of how we're going to move you, what kind of fights we're going to give you along the way, tests and stuff, and that's, they say, they give you the path, and they say, this is how we move this guy, this is how we move this guy. If you don't want to move at that speed, we can move you at this speed, and all different kind of things. So I just said, listen, I'm happy enough. You have done it in the past, and you've done it time and time again. So I'll put all my faith in you. Make me world champion.
Make it happen.
And that's
You're currently 12-0.
That's it. 12-0.
Feeling good.
Feeling good. And my 13th fight's going to be against this Russian from the Olympics.
If he doesn't fucking run away.
I think he'll turn up.
Yeah.
You know, so he sent me.
You were meant to fight him in the Falls
I
Road.
was meant to fight him on the Falls Road. So
to be fair, lad, I wouldn't go to the Falls Road to fight you. You know.
that's the thing. But at the same time, he sent me. He actually did send me a photo of his arm, his bicep. He had tore his bicep, or ruptured his bicep or something. So he sent me it. And was like, sorry, bro. And I just like unread it. And then deleted it, so I didn't pretend I never seen it.
You ghosted him.
Ghosted him, fucking.
Oh, man. So where is it from here? Like, when are you going to be world champ, man?
I'll be world champ before this time next year, like.
Yeah.
Either St. Patrick's Day or the Falls Park next year.
And how was that like, going home, fighting literally on your own backyard?
Like, so the Falls Park is the part of the park where I actually fought. It's all one actually, but it's like 3 minutes walk from my ma's house where she lives now. Like, so they, like, when the festival's on and stuff, they just sit at home, and sit in the garden and listen to their music and stuff. So it's it's
Wow.
handy, like, you know what I mean. But
It must be a mental atmosphere. Like you're on, and then the next night is the Wolf Tones. You know,
fuck me, you know.
I'd say it's a serious atmosphere when you're fighting there now. Party atmosphere, is it?
So I know that one. I was nervous. I definitely was nervous. More nervous than what I have been. But so I only really be nervous. I don't be nervous when I'm walking to the ring or anything like that. It's like, see, before the anticipation of waiting.
Yeah.
I hate waiting for anything. So it's usually like around 12 o'clock in the day, I go, oh, for fuck's sake, I wish I could wake up and it'd be tomorrow when I've already won and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even want to fucking have to do this shit. And then...
I love a man who loves his job.
I know that feeling. I know that feeling.
But it is, it's what it is. Like, fuck, you do love it, but at the same time, there's parts of it you just hate. I hate waiting.
Yeah.
And then sitting in the change room. I remember this time I was a bit more quiet than usual. You just, like, it was chilled, but I was more focused in, I think. But as soon as I get round, so we were in it was surreal. Like, see, I had to drive through the park. Like, I fucking never drove in the park except on a bike.
Yeah.
So we were driving around the park, usually a bit where I run round. Driving around, and I could started to hear the music. All the ones, Sweet Caroline, and all this here was coming on. And that's when I start to feel home. When you hear the crowd and stuff, and that's where I start to feel like, start laughing and stuff, and that's it, it's time to go. And then when the music comes on, you walk out, it's just like, wow.
Fucking hell, that must be absolutely unreal. So,
I was going to ask, like, we talk to a lot of sports people,
Yeah.
and sometimes motivation is mixed between I want to win, and then other people, it's like, I'm afraid to lose.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's different kinds of motivation. But I think boxing is nearly the one sport where, like, that fear of losing, it wouldn't nearly be acceptable as a motivation, like, or, you know, does that come into your head? You're training, I want to train even harder than the other guy, or is it like, I just want to be world champion? You know what I mean? What's kind of your motivation?
or do you think, like, fuck it, I just can't lose? Like,
Yeah.
More or less, like, I just, like, can't lose, because boxing, professional boxing especially, is like snakes and ladders. So you get up, you lose, you're right back to the start.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking shit.
yeah.
So you can't, and that's the thing. My motivation is just, I want to make loads of money and get the fuck out of the game.
Do you know, you sound exactly like Johnny Smacks.
Get out.
That's it. Get in, get out. You know what I mean?
You fought in Madison Square Garden,
Yep.
Falls Road. Anywhere else that you really want to be like, I have to fight there, I want to fucking fight there? Like,
No.
no?
I've
You're
done-
happy
I've
enough you've done it
I've
now?
done it, like, I've done
It
it.
doesn't-
In terms of venues, I've done
Yeah,
it. Like,
yeah.
So I've done fucking a 55-seater arena in Brisbane on Packet undercard.
Fuck.
I've done MSG. I've done the big room and the small room in MSG. I boxed in Vegas.
Yeah.
Probably like the boxing MGM in Vegas, but
Yeah, yeah.
Vegas isn't really. It's not like there's going to be tons of
Tons of
Irish.
fans,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Where where I want to box and I really want to. I've been saying the top ring is Boston
Yeah.
because I keep hearing everything about Boston and there's so much Irish in Boston, but you know. Whether they turn up or not, I don't know. It's top rank saying, you know, we don't know what it hasn't been good for us in the past in terms of like shows and stuff. And I was like, well, to be honest, if you put me in Boston, it's going to be different than what you've had in the past. So,
They'll be out like.
I would love it. You know, it seems like, you know, a TD Garden or something. Is it? That would be the place. I think would be a good one.
Fucking hell! Just before we finish up. The big boxing news at the moment, like without getting too boxing heavy, is your man KSI and Logan Paul fight.
Fucking brilliant, that.
Yeah, what do you think? Like
Tell you what, right? So
Two boys off YouTube.
I keep hearing boxers and people who kind of like boxing and normal fans going, fuck, Billy Joe Saunders on their card. I'd never do that and stuff, and like, fuck that shit and all. Alright, listen, the fight's a farce, 100%. It's bullshit, but they're making millions for fucking playing them.
Yeah.
People on the undercard are going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, listen, put two fucking idiots in a room, two mates fighting each other on the I'll go on the undercard if I'm going to make a few million. You know what I mean? It's not about, boxing isn't about like all this here thing, and people say, oh, I'm not in it for the money, and all, everybody who's in boxing is in it for the money, and that's bullshit. See, anybody says they're not, they're dumb.
Yeah.
Because if you're really in boxing just to enjoy the sport, you're really basically selling brain cells. So what the fuck you playing at? You know what I mean?
No, it's true. Like a lot of people who are saying like, you know, it's a disgrace and all that, are retired boxers who are probably fucking sickened. They're not in there getting it all. Like.
I'd say like, so that's on the Zone in America.
Yeah.
And they've got tons of money.
Yeah.
So I think Logan Paul or whatever his name is in KSI, I think they're getting 4 million each. That's fucking serious money. Boxers don't get that type of money.
Jesus. So for anyone listening who doesn't know, this is two guys who make YouTube videos.
So anybody good at YouTube videos, let's join in. And I'll
Two of us be fighting each other now, another way.
Man, these two guys. And have you ever seen their stuff?
Nah, I'm not really a fan of that Logan Paul one. I've seen KSI on the football stuff and like giving people abuse. I think that's funny, like.
Yeah.
But I've seen some of Logan Paul's stuff and he just seems a bit annoying.
So he's from America, and KSI is like commentates on FIFA games and stuff in London, and they just started slagging each other, and it's turned into a full-on boxing match.
They had one already, didn't they? They boxed already.
A draw.
So it was a draw.
That was fucking handy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they made tons of money for that as well. I think they made over $1 million for that.
Yeah. They did a YouTube premium thing, yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
It's $9.95 to buy it on Sky Box Office.
They're having it in Sky.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fucking
How much is one of your fights on Sky?
free. I mean, they pay for anything. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, I mean, that's like, and people are going to bet.
Yeah, they will vote,
I won't bet. Like, if I'm honest, I won't bet. I'll
stream
see.
it,
The
man.
thing is, this is why I don't know if people are actually going to bet, because the people who watch them are like people who are in the IT and computers and shit, so they're just going to stream the shit out of it. Like, you know what I mean? What the fuck's the point of putting it on box office? There are people who are going to be getting it for free.
Boys will get it off some fucking Japanese website
Yeah.
or something.
It's not going to be on down the public.
Yeah. 100%. Before we finish up, you retweet a lot of Chris Eubank stuff.
Oh,
Man,
I love
I just seen the one the other day. I was like, "Good morning." Seen that
how
video.
good morning, how are you? Delighted. He's I'll tell you what,
Have you ever met him?
no, but I train with his nephew,
Okay.
Harlem, and I always just send everything to him. I'm like, this is amazing, and he just be laughing. He told me a story actually about, so this is even more crazy. Like, so he says he's 11 years of age, won his second British karate championship. So him and his mum were driving back from Nottingham or Sheffield or wherever it was, and they pull up to the shop, like a sweet shop. She says, "Oh, look, there's Chris. Come on, we'll go over and say hello and tell him." So we go over and his mum says, Chris, Harlem just won his second British karate championship." And he says he stopped and he stood and he said, "I've had 19 consecutive world title defences." And like smiled and walked away. What the fuck?
To an 11-year-old child.
His own nephew.
11 years of age.
Fucking hell.
It was amazing.
So we always end with a quick fire round.
Yep.
But for you, we've got who would win this fight.
Okay.
We'll give you two names and you pick who you think would win the fight.
So,
You ready?
yeah.
In their prime now.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson or Ali?
Ali.
Roy Keane or Paul McGrath?
Keane.
Bono or Christy Moore?
Christy Moore.
Yeah, he's big, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a big bastard.
He'd fucking mulch Bono, I'd say. Daniel O'Donnell or Gandhi?
Daniel.
Gandhi's wiry, lad. You reckon Daniel will do?
I think so.
Okay. Tyson Fury or Rocky Balboa?
Rocky.
Yeah?
Sure, Rocky been knocked down around 100 times.
I
lad. He's
know,
still
you
getting
can't
back
stop
up.
Rocky. Like, I mean, Fury get up once, but how much times does Rocky get up? You know what I mean?
He got up 7 times in the one
Yeah,
fight and he
yeah.
still wasn't stopped, lad. Yeah. You know, Tyson Fury would have the weight advantage.
Oh, man.
Sure, it never really mattered. Like,
sure, Rocky-
the Russian had the weight advantage, you know what I mean?
Ivan Drago.
You know what I mean? And then the Russian was cut. You know, Tyson's been cut recently, so and he almost lost to like some bum recently. So
Okay. Some bum. Kim Kardashian or Maura Higgins?
Love Island.
Kim would sit on her.
Yeah.
Could fart on her. Oh my
A
god!
big ass.
Oh, man, that's brilliant. Best luck in that fight, mate.
Yes,
And
lads.
we
Cheers,
can't
thank
wait
you.
to see you world champion.
Good
Fair
stuff.
play.
Thanks, lads.